Well, happy Monday. How are my air signs doing today? I hope all is well with you and your loved ones. I hope you're having a fantastic day or had a fantastic day, depending on where you're at on this beautiful planet we all share. Thank you for choosing my channel. I greatly appreciate that. If you could, would you please hit that like button for me? And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, could you please? I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. And if you are subscribed to my channel, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Remember, this is a collective general read. Only take what for the air signs. Take only what resonates, leave the rest. And you may find out there's nothing in this reading for you. Be aware of that. And if it is, just move on to another reading. So let's get started for today and see what message or messages are coming out for you. Let there be wisdom. Let there be light. Let me be challenged to open my sight. Let no harm ever be done. And remember, all life is one. With truth and with heart may the highest be done. Let all realms heal in the sun. Show me only my highest good, and for the highest good be done. Let this be without illusion, fantasy, or wishful thinking. Blessed be. Aho. Excuse me. Past life. Stormy, karmic path, and on the bottom of the deck, transmute, changing. We are all here because we are learning. What we don't completely learn, or we don't learn at all in a past life, just carries over into this life. And sometimes that can be really troublesome for us because it interferes with the things we also are trying to learn in this life. I mean, it's a continuation. You're not given just one problem to solve. And if you don't solve it in a past life, that you take it and carry it over to your next life, and that's the only problem you have in that next life? No. If you don't complete the problem, you are given it. It is given to you again in this life, plus other problems to solve. You can solve the other problems that have been given to you in that past life problem. If you don't solve it, guess what? It rolls over again into your next life until you complete that problem. And it's really not a problem. It's a learning lesson for you to be a better person. And we all have good and bad things we do in our lives. I wish I could tell you that I've never done anything bad in my life. I've never done anything wrong in my life. But that would be a lie. And part of my path is to be truthful. And I don't think there's many people out there whose path is not to be truthful. So you are admitting already that you've done things that you're not proud of. But if you've learned from them and said you're never going to do it and you don't do it again, now you've learned a lesson. But if you continuously do them and lie about them, guess what? That is going to follow you over into your next life. Just be aware of that. And it's easier to say, hey, I'll just deal with it later, or you find it comfortable not to be telling the truth. A lot of people are that way. I have a friend, and I'm sorry to say this, that he has to be the man of knowledge. I mean, this guy will throw everything at the wall, see what sticks, and he hopes that you will believe everything he says. I like the guy. I mean, if you are down and you need a place to sleep on a couch, he will offer it to you. But again, when he tells you stuff, you question it right from the moment he tells you. because he doesn't say the truth. And that's his problem. He has to learn that. And I don't think he's going to learn it in this life. So what I'm saying is that is going to carry over into his next life. So it's going to be a past life problem that he has to resolve. And once you resolve these problems, then changes happens in your life that are for the better for you. That are easier, make things easier for you in your life, and are just a better way to live. But you're the one that's going to have to make those choices. You're the one that's going to have to say, yeah, that's where I'm going. This is what I'm going to do to improve myself. And it's easy to say and hard to do. Trust me. I know that from experience. But when you start making the necessary changes and getting rid of those past life karmic debts, in this life, thing changes for you. Things go from stormy into a very calm, cool, collective mood. Things are much better for you. The Four of Wands, your life changes. Your progress will move you into a calmer and more productive life. You may find yourself happiness. Now, happiness to people are all different. We're all different. So I'm not going to give you a list because it's up to you of what you feel that's going to make you happy for the rest of your life. You have to figure that out. I have the Emperor, the knowledge of all four kings, the gifts, the abilities. You know what you have to do. And when you step into releasing those old karmic debts, your life changes drastically. Your life moves forward and it becomes a much better place. The Knight of Cups, the cup of abundance, of love, of joy, of happiness, of peace. That's the biggest thing I find with the cup. It's the cup of peace, of joy, of happiness. And it's an abundant cup. It never stops. As long as you do not abuse it, it'll constantly give to you. And when I say abuse it, it's you don't go back to your old ways. You are always looking to be that better person. You are always looking to be happier in life and to help somebody else be happier. And a lot of times it can be just you saying thank you or good morning to someone you don't know. Can change the direction of their life. Judgment, shedding the skin, transmuting the snakes. A lot of people think snakes are horrible. I gotta tell you, I have a snakeophobia. I don't know what it's really called, but I do not like snakes. But I know that they're a very important part of the understanding of life. Because snakes get rid of their old skin. So that's you changing into the better person. Changing into the person that you really need and want to be in your life. But you're not being judged for what you're doing because you're getting better at it. You're becoming much more happier. And you're not going to judge to people. You're going to look at it. And the universe is saying, you know what? It's time for you to move forward. It's time for you to see what's going on. And be the person that you really need to be. There's going to be people with the Five of Swords that are not happy with what you're doing. They're just not. But don't lie to yourself either when you start making these changes because it has to happen. The Moon. You are going to see stuff. You are going to recognize the directions that you're going in. You're going to recognize that this is what I have to do. The shadow, the things that were sitting in the shadows of your changes of your past life are going to be seen. And you're going to get healed from it. And it's going to move you forward and bring in the wishes of what you've really wanted. But you have to heal yourself first. You have to get rid of the negative before the positive can come in. And if somebody tells you, well, I get rid of the negative and it seems like negative more negative comes in. You only have so much space. You get rid of the negative, and if it's on your karmic path, another negative could come in that you have to resolve before you get to the point of having peace and quietness and healing, because that's just what happens. The Queen of Pentacles. Once you understand this is where you're going, this is your value, this is what you are worth, and you understand it now. And you're not going to be devalued. You're not going to take stuff away from you. Be ready for the changes. That's the judgment of you getting ready to leave the old to start the new and be the better person. And you know how high value you are with the Pentacles. You know your worth, and you know how to keep your worth. The Page of Cups. Again, that everlasting cup of happiness, of joy. Everything that you wanted and it's coming towards you. The Four of Pentacles. You're understanding that some things in life you just have to be careful with, and you know how to set stuff aside to build that better life, and how to move you forward, and how to be who you need to be and what you need to be. Because once you figure out who you are and where you're going, your life changes. It becomes much happier when you release those old negative things from the past. Your life is heading for you. You already got the Four of Wands, the pillars of strength and happiness. The celebrating is coming towards you, the Three of Wands. You feel the changes for you. You know what's happening for you in your life. And the Knight of Pentacles, the steadiness, the joy, the happiness, the abundance. You know you're heading into the right direction, and that things are not going to change for you unless you're the one that makes the changes and get rid of those past life karmic debts. Right now you may think you are in a hurricane in a little rowboat, but stop, look around, see why you are there. And I mean see with the eyes, not see with the seas around you. I have comedians in my in my audience, and I love you guys, and thank you. Because when I said sea, somebody said, which one? The one we see with, or the one that's around us is going to drown us? So I appreciate the humor. But yeah, once you see what you have to do and be honest with yourself, then things start changing and the healing starts happening. And you getting what you've been trying to manifest and wish starts coming into your life. And you know how to control it. You know how to keep it there. So that's my message for today. Until tomorrow, love and light. Namaste.